Zaczynamy,
Great to see you back
słuchajcie.
on my channel.
Jest
In this
Mobi.
video, we are going to talk about what may happen in the next 72 episodes.
Co się
and this is
wydarzy
the
w 72? Dzisiaj
second
będziemy o
video
tym
on my channel
rozmawiać.
about this
Zobaczymy.
topic. I will tell you my theories about where the Titans flew to, who is really G-Toilet and what characters will be the main characters of the next episodes.
Kto będzie głównymi bohaterami? No brakuje, słuchajcie, dwóch takich postaci, którzy byli dość często się pokazywali, czyli Dark Speakerman i i Plunger, Ninja. No to ich już nie ma, więc trochę słabo, nie?
And also in this video,
Trzeba,
I will read you
pewnie się pojawią nowi bohaterowie,
the
nie?
theories from the comments, so be sure to watch this video to the
Zobaczmy
end,
to.
in case you are in the video. And also do not forget to put likes and subscribe to the channel, because the goal of 500,000 subscribers is just a little bit left. And also join my Discord server. All the
Okej, na
necessary
Discorda.
links will be
No
in
to
the first
nieźle.
attached comment. But in
Dobra,
any case,
panie,
the
ja
task
chcę-
of the secret agent.
Ja
And by
chcę
the
tutaj
way,
informacje.
remember how the secret agent told the Chamberlain that he wasn't supposed to be here. Perhaps we need to remember this moment, because the secret agent is very secretive and this action of the lucky cameraman could have framed the secret agent and exposed him. I also think that after the death of Plungerman his body and his memory will be studied because his death is a mystery, because he just took and started
No właśnie, pytanie, czy sekretny agent, czy inni agenci nie wezmą, w jakiś sposób nie zmodyfikują tego ninja, nie? Albo Dark Speakermana, ponieważ może tam być jakaś pamięć, która nie pokazuje może na żywo to, co się dzieje, ale nagrywa to, nie? Gdzieś zapisuje. Może stąd ta dyskietka, prawda?
sparking at a certain point, and I suppose that all races of scientists will study his memory and then they will find all his records and give them to the cameraman detective who will continue to study this case, and in the end I think they will be able to get to the truth and reveal the secret agent.
No właśnie,
But
na
this is
pewno
just
coś
my theory.
ktoś odkryje
Now let's
prawdę.
talk about the next topic, specifically where the Titans flew off to at the end of the last secret scene. There are two possibilities here. Either they all went to the main Alliance base to heal and recharge, or they went after the G-Toilet Titan, and I
Jakby-
don't think the Titans are going to go to the
Jakby poszli w pościg, wpadli w pościg za G-Manem i resztą, to by było bardzo źle, bo oni są osłabieni. Moim zdaniem powinni się wycofać i ulepszyć. I tak narobili mega szkód dla Skibidi Toilet i powinno im to dać czas na odpoczynek, tak? Na zebranie sił.
the base when they know they haven't defeated another enemy yet. I assume that in episode 72 we will see the Astro Toilets bossy, we will be shown what they do and some of their technology, and at the end of the episode of the G-Toilet Titan will arrive with his small army. And then the following will happen. The Battle of the Titans will start, and in the beginning the Alliance will be winning, at least everything will look like that, but then Astro Toilet will enter the battle and do a very big damage to the Titans. After that G-Toilet manages to escape and the Alliance, Titans will be forced to emergency move to their lab to repair. But these are just my theories. You can write your theories in the comments and in my Discord server, and then you can get into my next video like the
Zastanawiam się, słuchajcie, no bo tak naprawdę dopiero za 5 dni może będzie odcinek. Czy tak naprawdę oni pójdą w ten pościg? Moim zdaniem nie. Że to patrzcie, jak oni są poobijani. No może Tytan TV Man nie, natomiast oni muszą szykować jakieś ulepszenia na astrotoalety. Bo są szybkie, silne, no i co? Nie poradzą
So
sobie.
theory number 1 goes like this. The secret agent wants to kill anyone who knows about the origin of the toilets, because Plungerman knew it and the lucky cameraman followed him. But the secret agent was unhappy, so he left him to the collection room where he died. Instead of the cameraman, he sent the sinister Twines to manipulate Plungerman into the secret agent's personal room in this series. As since he went back on his position in 70 part 2 as he was dead, somehow a Specherman from the reinforcement squad saw that the lucky cameraman was alive, so he gave him a handshake. Maybe, this lucky cameraman is a traitor because he could have unfollowed the order of his overlord. That's a very interesting theory. Perhaps in the future the secret agent will be
Ja
disappointed.
dzisiaj tę teorię poruszę na moim głównym kanale, ale wydaje mi się, słuchajcie, że tak naprawdę to sekretny agent ma pewien plan co do Luckiego i dlaczego powiedział, że musisz ich przekonać. Moim zdaniem zobaczycie, to jest bardzo istotne. Dzisiaj na głównym kanale to będzie.
Thanks for the theory, and we move on. Theory number 2 goes like this, and it's insanely interesting. I can't believe nobody, literally none of the major analysis YouTubers realized that the secret agent can time travel. or at least time travel other characters. Now that sounds crazy, but it is so obvious.
Podróżować w czasie?
So, you guys remember the squad with the big TV man? That squad had the exact same speaker man, with the dual knives, that helped Lucky Cameraman get off the ground.
No
If you
dobra,
don't
no.
believe me, go back and watch the scene where the big TV man sucks the teleportation away from the scientist, and you'll see him there. This means that the squad with the big TV man who we saw fairly early into the battle, were the ones who were banging on the door at the beginning of EP 70 Part 3, and they got through the door pretty early into the episode, definitely
Co?
before we saw Lucky
Serio myślicie, że ten skład, który wszedł tutaj... Nie, to nie zgadzam się z tym, no
the
bo...
door at the beginning of EP 70
No bo oni tu
Part 3, and
weszli,
they
nie?
got through the door pretty early into the episode, definitely before we saw Lucky Cameraman looking at the
Jeżeli on by podróżował w czasie, to by było to zbyt OP. Naprawdę,
dying and damaged
za
plunger
mocne.
cameraman, where directly after opening the door, they helped Lucky Cameraman get up before moving on to the scientist laboratory where the battle was taking place, because otherwise, how would that squad end up at the battle? This clearly means that what I am saying here is not a theory, but a fact, and Lucky Cameraman was transported roughly 4 minutes into the past, and that is huge. Also, if you are wondering why we didn't see the large TV man, it is so simple.
A nie,
If you are wondering
czekajcie.
why we transported roughwise, how would that
Czekajcie, która to jest strona? To może być prawda, bo to jest miejsce, gdzie naukowiec przywalił, nie? Ten robonaukowiec przywalił w TV Mana tutaj, tymi laserami. Tak, i to się rozwaliło. On się cofnął.
Large TV man. It is so simple. He simply wasn't in our field of view. A second thing I've got to say that isn't really a theory, but rather almost definitely a fact, is that in the first secret scene shown, the location isn't anywhere new, or a small base the cameraman have set up in the vicinity, but rather, it is the observatory thingy on top of the mountain behind where episodes 67, 68, and 69 took place, and I remember ISO actually theorizing about that observatory having some significance back then, and that would make sense, because when we saw the UFO toilet, in episode 68 part 1, he was directly in front of that mountain. If you don't know which mountain I am talking about, go back to EP 67 part 1 and pause at
No tak, to była ta góra tam wyżej, to co wam mówiłem.
113
To
or
wiem,
114 and look satellite dishes and antenna towers, meaning the astro toilets had their conversation right behind that mountain, and this also makes sense, as the bigger of the two astro toilets headed off to the left, which is the same direction that episode 70 part 1 took place, and where he showed up and said, "You all will die." One final small interesting thing I wanted to add that I caught onto that doesn't prove anything, except for that Dafikboom is amazing with his details, is that, the time that passes between when Lucky Cameraman walks away from the burning scientist's lab and when the secret agent stops talking to the Lucky Cameraman as he lays down
nie?
on the ground, and the point at which Lucky Cameraman walks away from the lab and the point that Plunger Cameraman's POV is teleported to the secret agent's office and the secret agent begins talking are both exactly 15 to 16 seconds. This just goes to show that Dafikboom is incredible with his details, and plans tiny details like this, weeks ahead. Dude, this is the most in-depth analysis I've ever read and
Ciekawa analiza, słuchajcie, naprawdę. Ta dyskietka mnie zastanawia. Ciekawe, czy to nie jest coś z tego, z Ninja albo Plungera. Jak myślicie?